Thanksgiving evening in St. Charles Parish, I received a ticket from State Trooper 1563, ticket number 3236782, who felt that I was required to move over while his vehicle was on the side of the road with flashing lights after I observed the vehicle that he pulled over leaving the scene and he being inside the vehicle. Under B Part 1, the last sentence says, if a lane change is not possible, the driver shall slow to a reasonably safe speed, in which in a court of law, he cannot prove that I was not traveling at a safe speed. So ignorance of the law is no excuse, and consequences being the best teacher. I feel that this state trooper needs to be held accountable for filing a false report with being ignorant of the fact that I was still able to utilize the right lane, which the left lane was full and I could not move over safely.
So the other night, I'm traveling back from Thanksgiving dinner with the Carters, fabulous food, excellent people, and so forth. So I'm driving on the bridge that's outside of Kenner, and I noticed this police vehicle, with its lights on up front, and everybody basically got over to the left lane. So I continued traveling in the right lane, and I'd say when I got within like 100 feet or a little bit in that general distance, I noticed the white truck that the policeman had pulled over was leaving, and I looked and I observed that the state trooper was not on the street or outside of his vehicle. His lights were still on, and he had finished the situation or whatever, was probably just finishing up paperwork. So I continued on in the right lane, understanding the laws that, hey, if you can't get over, you're just supposed to kind of make sure that you're doing everything safe. So once I pass him, he jumps over and keeps his lights on and gets behind me. I'm thinking he's probably passing, he's probably seeing somebody else. So I get over in the right lane, and he gets over behind me. So then I pull over. I'm sitting there in the vehicle waiting for him to walk up. So after so long, I get out and walk to the rear of my vehicle. He gets out and approaches me. So I'm like, why'd you stop me, dude? So he starts telling me about the move over law, that I had failure to yield to an emergency vehicle, and that's why he stopped me and so forth. So we start talking, and I'm like, dude, I saw the truck leaving, and everything was over with. So I continued in the right lane, which is breaking no laws, So I asked him specifically, because I kind of was brainstorming, and I'm like, I know about it in Texas, but I've always done it as a courtesy, to state troopers, policemen, and anybody that's outside of the vehicle on the side of a road, even if you have a flat tire or whatever. When I notice anybody on the side of the road, I pull over. When I was in high school, we had an alum die from that same situation. So I've always been courteous and respectful. So reading the law that he stated to me, Louisiana law 32-125, says when any